how did you get hooked up with Ruthless Records?
A good friend of mine's got a demo to Laylaw, and then Laylaw took the demo of Living Like Hustlers to Dr. Dre and Eazy-E.
Okay.
And that was like 1988, 89.
So by that time, Ice Cube was still in the group?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Straight Outta Compton had dropped.
Yeah, Straight Out Easy Does It, Straight Outta Compton had dropped. And they were about to drop, they were actually working on No One Can Do It Better, DOC's first
DOC's
record
album.
at the time.
Okay. So this was the very height of NWA that
Right.
you walked into this
Absolutely.
insane situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Dr. Dre and Eazy-E got your demo.
Right.
Number one, how close was the demo that they got compared to what the final album was?
The demo was probably about 80% done.
80%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we only had 4 songs that we actually, me and Dre actually did from the bottom to the top. The last song, Kicking Lyrics, Freedom of Speech, and it was one more joint. Either Another Execution or what was it?
Okay.
Yeah, Another Execution. Living Like Hustlers was done. The demo was done. Untouchables, Murder Rap,
Okay.
Menace, all of we since they were done on like a 16 track, me and Dre just took everything, all the records and everything that I had, produced them with, and recut them a 24 track. We bumped them
Okay.
up. Yeah.
So you get introduced to Dre and Easy.
Yeah.
How long before, after the introduction, do they actually give you the deal?
Oh, maybe about, because it was like in between when they were out on tour with on the Easy Does It tour.
Okay.
And when they got off that tour, that's when they actually signed us, because we was causing so much ruckus on the streets, out there hustling in the 80s. They actually, him, Laylaw, and Easy was calling us back on tour like, hey, man, y'all got to stop, selling dope, man. Y'all want a record deal from us, man. Y'all got to stop that. But, we like, hey, you get the paperwork, we'll do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they shot us down. They shot us out on a few dates with them. And then they sat us down. It was like, yeah, we definitely going to sign y'all. By the time the tour wrapped up, they actually physically signed us. And that was like the summer, fall of 89, the beginning of 89.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how deep were you in the dope game at that point?
Oh, mad deep in the dope game.
So that's all you were doing?
It's all we was doing. That we produced Living Like Hustlers demo from Dope Money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking kilos.
Yeah. Some days of the week.
Yeah.
Multiple spots. I mean, we come from a small town, but when we were hustling in the 80s, we were connected with a whole bunch of different people through South Central all the way to Pomona.
Okay.
That's how we grooved, back then.
That's a fairly crazy game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah.
what do you think was the most serious situation you went through during the dope time?
Probably raids, dogs pulling us out of the house, shootouts. Yeah, all that. I mean, the 80s was a crazy time for the drug trade, and fortunately, like my crew, we never was in a gang banging scene. But what people don't realize is like when you selling drugs, and in Southern California, you got to come into a gang infested neighborhood and sell.
Yeah.
So you're a part of the whatever activities go down in that neighborhood.
Okay.
And we definitely was exposed to that and in it.
But you were never a Crip or a Blood or anything?
No, I'm from a Crip neighborhood, but I never functioned, because when I started making money as a young teenager, I kind of like removed myself from the functioning part of it.
Okay.
So because you can't make money back then, you really couldn't make money and affiliate yourself. You could say you from a territory, but you really couldn't function. You either sold drugs or you was just a full blown gangbanger, because the one and two didn't match.
Because you had to kick up the money to the OGs if you were basically making money in that gang?
Yeah, you have to pay trip. I don't care if you go into a different neighborhood and a certain group of people run that neighborhood, you got to pay tribute to them, definitely.
Okay.
But like we were already G's in the neighborhood that we was in.
Okay.
So we didn't have to do that.
Okay. Now, during that time, I had heard about this, and also this was depicted in the movie.
Right.
Eazy-E was the only one that actually had a deal with Priority Records.
Right.
By the end of the tour, they gave contracts to
Right.
all the members.
Right.
Everybody signed
Right.
except for Ice Cube.
Right.
Now, you guys came in what was the paperwork situation in terms of?
Oh, we were signed because we were signed through a production company. We were signed to Law House Music at the time.
Okay.
So we were already signed up under him, and then we came in through Ruthless, which he already had a deal with them already embedded already. So
Okay.
that's how we got our deal. We didn't, I mean, we never saw anything shady like that because we were always protected by the big homie Law.
Laylaw.
So yeah.
Okay. And how exactly was Laylaw connected to Ruthless?
Well, he was a writer and a producer over there. You know, he helped produce Miss LA. He always assisted him in ideas over there for his NWA stuff and things like that.
So he was very honest, and he says, I don't write that way, I don't know how. So Drake was just kind of showing him how to take his ideas and turn them into a story, and to make that story come back around.
He basically was like letting me know, I know who you is, I know we got a lot of the same people, man, but we ain't dead, nigga, basically. And I was like on a defense.